anything changing. Perhaps nothing much changed in this room, but something possibly changed little bit inside you. Probably your breathing becomes a little slower. Maybe your mind wandered off to a different direction. Maybe you got curious of how this sounds, as this instrument is creating such sounds. And yeah, that is very fascinating about music. Like just imagine a little vibration in the air has power to change our feelings, it can change our emotions, it can make us move. And with that said, my name is Akshay Chavda. I'm a full-time musician. I teach, I'm a sound practitioner. And today we are going to talk about something which is very simple, sound, music we hear every single day. And still it just goes by. So let's just discuss how melody and the rhythm, it works with the mind. And this instrument right now I have, it's called a handpan. It is one of the newest instruments in the world of musical instruments. It came in the year 2000. And it was invented in Switzerland by this couple, Felix and Sabrina. They are from Switzerland and they were traveling, one of their friends were traveling, and he happened to come to India, to Chennai. And in Chennai they saw this clay pot, a ghatam. And he got really excited, wow, this clay pot can create such beautiful sounds. He was really fascinated with it. And then later the journey continued. Felix and Sabrina, they reached to Trinidad and Tobago. And that's where they saw a steel pan. So a lot of people used to take these oil barrels, flip it around, hammer it, make dents in the oil barrel, and every dent would create a sound. So these guys went back home and they're like, why not? We can make like a ghatam out of metal. And that whole experiment turned out to be so great that this instrument came into the existence. And it is a very unique instrument, the reason being of this origin. Ghatam is a percussive instrument, you get the sound out of the instrument by hitting the instrument. And then another, which is the melody, the different notes that this musical instrument can create. So it is not just one sound that is coming out of this instrument. With every strike, there are multiple layers of vibration which is going in all directions. And that's what makes it so unique, that it encourages people to just sit and listen. And that is the reason why it is used in a lot of meditative space, yoga, and wellness spaces. But yeah, melody is one part. It is one side of the story, right? The most primal thing, before even language came into the existence, we had a rhythm. And our brain is trained in such a way that he wants to find different patterns everywhere. And then with rhythm also, it tries to predict the next beat. And knowingly, not knowingly, we are surrounded by so many different rhythms, no? It happens to a lot of people when we sleep in the night and the fan is making that noise, check, 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 check. And suddenly a song comes to my head which is like, nice. Or maybe when you're sleeping and then there's a generator going on far away in the distance And you wake up in the middle of the night and think, hey, who is partying at this hour? At 3 in the night, there's a generator doing taka 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 taka. Also, if you've noticed, rhythm has helped us so much since our childhood, no? All these, Baba, Black Sheep, even the alphabets, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, everything we could learn because of the rhythm, which is the constant pulse, and which automatically, it is our body's way of saying that I understand this pattern. So when you listen to a song, suddenly automatically your head starts bobbing, or maybe your feet starts tapping. And that you, without even acknowledging it, your body is saying, I know this, I know where it is going. So with that said, rhythm is such an important thing. And in India, there is a language of rhythm from south of India. It's called Konakol. It started almost 2000 years ago as a practicing tool for people to just communicate musical ideas without even using a musical instrument. But then slowly it evolved. And now it has become like a performance tool. Even in speech therapy, a lot of practitioners are using Konakol because it improves the clarity in speech. And then since it is a very old practice in India, like all old practices, no, there are multiple school of thoughts, like the origin story of this. So one origin story says that it came out of mimicking Mridangam ka sound. Mridangam is another instrument from south of India. And back in the days when instruments were also rare to get, so people would just practice Konakol for years before even they could get a chance to play the instrument by themselves. But then yes, like all stories, no, all old stories that has something to do with god or goddesses, Konakol also has Bholenath connection to it. According to one story, one day Bholenath's Damru fell, and that created these 4 sounds, which is like the very fundamental of Konakol, okay? The sound goes like ta, di, tom, nam. Very simple, just 4 sounds that Damru created when it fell. So let's just try and see how our body reacts to these different sounds. So can you all repeat after me loudly, okay? Because since it is a Bholenath connection, he also must be listening from some angle somewhere. So repeat after me, okay? Ta, ta, di, tom, nam, ta, di, tom, nam, ta, ta, di, tom, tom, nam, nam, ta, ta, di, tom, tom, nam, nam, ta, ta, di, tom, 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 nam, 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 ta, ta, di, tom, 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 nam, 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 nam. Very nice, everybody is hungry, nam, 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 nam. Another sound, which is again a very primal sound, which is like a brother to these sounds, which is called a ki, ta. So we can say, you can repeat after me, tha, ke, ta, di, ke, ta, tom, ke, ta, nam, ke, ta, ta, ke, ta, di, ke, ta, tom, ke, ta, nam, ke, ta, ta, ke, ta, di, ke, ta, to, ke, ta, na, ke, ta, ta, ke, ta, di, ke, ta, to, ke, ta, na, ke, ta, ta, ke, ta, di, ke, ta, to, ke, ta, na, ke, ta, ta, ke, ta, di, ke, ta, to, ke, ta, na, ke, ta. One last time. Ta, ke, ta, di, ke, ta, to, ke, ta, nam, ke, ta. Louder. Ta, ke, ta, di, ke, ta, tom, ke, ta. Num 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 num. Kita 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 kita. Stop. See, nothing changed in this room. But again, whosoever was practicing, little bit something probably changed in you. When you practice these rhythms constantly, it is a meditative state. You don't really think about your past or the future. You are just present in that rhythm at that moment. And that's what makes it very interesting. The association between the rhythm and the melody together. Rhythm gives us the emotion. It gives us the direction where to go. And the rhythm, it gives us the drive, it gives us the motivation. Even back in the days when there used to be wars, people used to play like big drum, thum, 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 and everybody would go for war like. Same. When you listen to a song, sometimes you start to laugh, sometimes you start to cry. And why is that? That is not the rhythm, that's the melody, that's the emotion. An instrument can be very happy, it can create very sad sounds. So, I'll try to do something with rhythm and melody both, and let's see how your body responds to it. This is a composition, this is 600-year-old composition, which was taught generations and generations, and I got to learn it from my teacher, Mr. B.R. Somashekar Joyce. This composition goes like, Di, tam kita tiku tari kita takatati, tam kita tiku tari kita takati, tam kita tiku tari kita takatim, tam tim tari kita di, tam kita tiku tari kita takatati, tam kita tiku tari kita takati, tam kita tiku tari kita takatim, tam tim di, tam kita tiku tari kita takatati, tam kita tiku tari kita takati, tam kita tiku tari kita takata, tim di, tam kita tiku tari kita takata, tim di. Tam kita tiku tari kita takati ku tari kita takatam kita tiku tari kita takatam kita tiku tari kita takati tam kita tiku tari kita takatim tam tim tari kita ti tam kita tiku tari kita takatim tam tim kita takatari kita ti tam kita tiku tari kita takati tam tim tati ki na tum tati ki na tum tati ki na tum ti tam kita tiku tari kita takatim tam tim tari kita ti tam kita tiku tari kita takatim tam tim kita takatari kita di tam kita tiku tari kita takati tam tim tati ki na tum tati ki na tum tati ki na tum ti tam kita tiku tari kita takatim tam tim tari kita di tam kita tiku tari kita takatim tam tim kita takatari kita di tam kita tiku tari kita takati tam tim tati ki na tum tati ki na tum tati ki na tum tam di tam kita tiku tari kita takati ku tari kita takatam kita tiku tari kita takatam kita tiku tari kita takati ku tari kita takatam kita tiku tari kita takatam kita tiku tari kita tari kita takatam kita tiku tari kita takatam kita tiku tari kita takatam. Keeps on going. So yes, I would just like to say, music is not something that we just listen. It is a very powerful tool that drives you every single day, consciously or subconsciously. It makes you an individual because every person has a rhythm of talking, every person has a different rhythm of walking, and a very important rhythm of our life. Our heart has a beat, we have a pulse, and if any of these rhythms goes here and there, like we cease to exist, right? So be more mindful of what you hear around you, because that is shaping you on every day-to-day basis. That was my time. Thank you so much.